The NFL on EA Sports brings us to North Carolina and Bank of America Stadium here in Charlotte. Today we've got a solid matchup in store in the NFC, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Carolina Panthers. Eddie Pinheiro about set to get us going, and we are underway here in Charlotte. From his end zone is Byron Pringle. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. To throw right away is Howell. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So from Panther territory now, it's first and 10 at the 41. Howell. Eluding the pressure right. That's to the former Panther, Curtis Samuel. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw, Howell. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. And once more, Howell back to the air. Short throw to the tight end, Thomas. That'll give him 8 that time. And now we've got a third down and 3. They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Now Howell. Dancing to his left. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Sam Howell. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Get ready. Drill green. On the ball. On the ball. Hey.
They go play action. YungG. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. That throw by YungG incomplete.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. .42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Flush to his right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. That's a corner that got in there for the sack. Dante Jackson.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction. But
under pressure, and they got to him again. Working free to drop it for the sack there was Amari Barno.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
Tressway on fourth down is sent out to punt. That's returnable now for Smith. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 41. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
They'll motion McLaurin left. Powell to the air on 1st and 10. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 46, here's a 2nd and 5. A handoff running left is Gibson. And for a second straight play, just nowhere to go thanks to this Carolina defense. With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. First down, how to throw. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
On the ready.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
If I'm making excuses, and I am, sometimes the sun can be difficult on a ball like that. That looked like it was going to be right there, but it's in and out of his hands. And a potential big play goes by the wayside.
Off the play fake, YungG rolling to his right. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. On first down, Howell. And that's incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
That's now 6 dropbacks, 6 incompletions. Yeah, the defense has been pretty good early, but he's got to start hitting some of those throws. He's making them better than what they actually are.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Ready?
YungG off the play fake. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. YungG trying to hurry them up to the line here. Here's Young, looking to throw on second down. He'll find his man, LaVisca Chenault. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. To throw, Young. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Here we go.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
43 rail.
The Young keeps it, moving right, and holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. Young to throw it. He'll buy some time right. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage, because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And a decent effort, but they'll mark him down about 3 yards shy of the 1st. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the 1st half.
Striker, 3-3. Blaster, 6. Ready.
Now Young on 4th down. Touchdown! Demir Bird, as the 1st half is winding down. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the 1st half. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback, because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that, because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays. But the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. From the end zone, here's Pringle. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw it through contact and short of the sticks.
Now he'll look to throw it. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the 1st half. This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. 1st half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. This fielded right at the goal line. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he's out of bounds, but not before getting across the 50 to the 45.
With all the specialization we have in this great game, at some point, the head coach is going to take charge of every group. And I think at halftime, he spent a little time with the special teams coach, said, look, you've got to find a way to get us a big play to help us get back into this.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On play action, Young. On the slant, this is Chark. Down the left sideline. They'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Chark, 47 yards. And the Panthers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. After the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead is looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Chop, 17. Fight, 97. Black shot.
The center receiver in motion to the right.
Watch out now. 50 Fury. Steal. Black. Set.
Following the interception, Young escaping the pressure right. And this one is incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Young's throw caught by Bird here. He'll get it inside the 20. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. The extra effort after the catch makes him good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Looking to throw, Young. And that's incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
They'll run with Sanders, and he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Miles Sanders, a 5-yard touchdown run, and they're able to add on to their advantage. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment, That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. From the end zone, here's Pringle. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
This a quick slant, and he's got Terry McLaurin. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Ready.
2nd down, back to Sanders. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
Mega. Black Ultra.
So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Eddie Pinheiro on now. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. Look at the big man rumble. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. 72 yards. And the Commanders take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. So a pretty wild turn of events there. Instead of a sure 3 points, it's 6 the other direction.
And if you're kicking in the NFL, that should be pretty much automatic, but I don't think that's on him at all. The protection broke down. That led to the block.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously, the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
And Young's throw there incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Throwing, Young. This is Chenault on the receiving end. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
That's a gain of 3. It's third.
Young on third down. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Oh, I don't know if he's sensing contact to come or what, but that's a ball he'd love to have back. That could have gone for big yardage, but it just didn't want to stay in his hands. That's a tough break.
Flush to his right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off for the first down. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
On the move past the 40. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 35.
Ready, set. Hut.
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them. Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Flushed out right. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Well, the best don't mind making tough throws, but that was a real difficult one right there. Out of the pocket, trying to beat double coverage. More times than not, that's going to end up as an incomplete pass, if not worse.
A big one coming for kicker Eddie Pinheiro. This to at least make it a 5-point cushion. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Ready?
Now here's Young. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And the Commanders are right back in this football game. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the the sack, and it brings up second. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Throwing on 2nd and long. Howell. He's got McLaurin, and he's going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. Plenty of time, and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. And a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. Howell to throw. Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
This is 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Here comes 2nd down. Here's Howell. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both, because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one.
You ain't going to make it, boy.
Sly able to put this one through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Ready up.
Here's 1st and 10.
Cycle. Set.
Now YungG. And that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Let's go.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here.
Shot. 17. Ready.
Here's YungG. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that's the downside of taking these big shots, because they're definitely lower percentage plays. And now you look up, and it's 4th down. So not only do you have to worry about getting big yardage, you also need to just keep the game alive.
Set.
4th down, 10 yards to go.
Fight. 97. Rail. Yellow. Commit red. Set. Go.
It's desperation time. YungG on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and Washington is going to win the football game. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. Sly able to put this one through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
Ready.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
50 smash. Red.
YungG. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Come on. Set.
Here's 1st down.
10. Yellow.
One last shot for YungG. This ball intercepted. And the Commanders are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. So it's Washington getting the victory here. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Till next time, we say so long from Charlotte.